So, 2026 is the year of the horse. And if you're studying for the HSK, this is way more than just a holiday. Honestly, it's a language learning goldmine. Today, we're going to break down exactly how to turn the Spring Festival into your secret weapon for Mandarin success. So what's the big deal with the horse? Well, in Chinese culture, it's all about energy, moving fast, and just making progress. Now think about it. Those are the exact same things you want for your language journey, right? This year is all about channeling that powerful horse energy straight into your HSK studies. So how do we actually do that? How do we make it happen? Well, let's saddle up and get right into the essentials. Okay, first things first, we're going to build our foundation with some absolutely core festive vocabulary. This is the kind of stuff you'll be hearing everywhere during the holiday, and it's perfect if you're working on HSK levels 1 to 3. You know, every single one of these words is just packed with culture. Of course, you got 春节, the Spring Festival itself. But then there's 红包, those famous red envelopes stuffed with cash for good luck. And you can't forget 饺子, dumplings. They're a must-eat because their shape looks like old-school gold ingots, which means they symbolize wealth. See, it's never just a word, it's a whole story. Ready to level up a bit? For those of you aiming higher, like HSK 4 to 6, these words will make you sound so much more natural. You can start talking about 除夕, which is New Year's Eve, or the tradition of shǒu, that's staying up super late to wish your parents a long life. Oh, and 吉祥 is just a fantastic word to drop into your greetings. It means auspicious or lucky. Okay, so we've got the words. Now let's plug them into some actual sentences. We're going to look at grammar not as some dry, boring textbook rule, but as the tool that lets you talk about all the fun stuff you're actually doing during the festival. First up, we have the particle le. Seriously, if you're anywhere in the HSK 1 to 3 range, this tiny little word is your new best friend. All it does is signal that an action is finished, done, complete. That's it. Let's look at this example here. 我们吃了年夜饭. That le comes right after the verb 吃, to eat. It tells us the dinner is over. We've eaten. Simple, right? It's just a crystal clear signal that the action is complete. And here's another great one with a totally different verb. 爷爷给了我. Grandpa gave me the red envelope. The action of giving is finished. You've literally got that hongbao in your hand now. That le marks the completed transaction. All right, let's move on to something a little more advanced. This is a real staple of HSK 3 and 4, the ba construction. This structure is all about focus. It lets you really zero in on what happens to a specific object, how it's been handled, or, as the grammar books say, disposed of. Just look at this comparison. I mean, sure, you could just say, the pasted the couplets. It's fine. But when you use ba, 爸爸把春联贴在门上了, you're completely shifting the focus. You're basically saying, hey, you know those couplets? Well, Dad pasted them on the door. It just shows a much higher command of the language. Here's another awesome one. 请把吉利话大声说出来. The focus here is on the 吉利话, the lucky words. What should we do with them? We should say them out loud. The ba structure makes that instruction super clear and really direct. Vocabulary? Check. Grammar? Check. All right, it's time for the final boss, idioms, or as they're called, 成语. If you really want to impress native speakers and crush HSK 5 and 6, using these classic 4-character phrases, especially ones for the year of the horse, is the way to go. This is the big one for 2026, ma dao chen gong. It literally means success arrives with the horse. It is the perfect thing to say to wish someone good luck on a huge exam or a new business venture. It's so powerful, so positive, and of course, perfectly timed for the year. Next up, we've got lao ma shi tu, an old horse knows the way. This is just a beautiful idiom you can use to describe someone who's really experienced, you know, a mentor, a senior colleague, someone who just knows the ropes. It really conveys this sense of wisdom and reliability. And finally, long ma jing shen, the spirit of the dragon and the horse. This one combines two of the most powerful animals in the zodiac. You use it to wish someone great energy and vibrant health. It's an especially thoughtful thing to say to your elders when you're visiting them for the new year. So, you've got all these language tools, but how do you actually practice them? Well, the amazing thing about the Spring Festival is that it creates this massive, real-world classroom. And the best part? You don't even have to be in China to dive right in. Here are 3 super simple strategies. First, watch the Spring Festival Gala, the Chunwan. It is packed with modern slang, inside jokes, and puns. It's amazing for your listening skills. Second, go online and look for pictures of New Year's couplets. Trying to decipher those poetic banners is incredible reading practice. And third, just pay attention to the New Year's greetings you see on WeChat. They are a perfect snapshot of how people actually use the language today. All right, let's pull all of this together. Let's talk about your final success plan for the new year. So, here's the biggest takeaway. The Spring Festival is all about renewal. It is the absolute perfect time to hit the reset button on your study habits. Use all that holiday energy to build a consistent routine. Because, trust me, consistency is what leads to that rapid, horse-like progress we're all aiming for. So I'm going to leave you with this final thought, a phrase that just ties everything we've talked about together. 新年快乐，马到成功. Happy New Year, and may you win instant success. Use it, own it, and make this your absolute best year of Mandarin learning yet.